Bombing, episode 76. Damn, I'm showing a lot of skin on this episode, it appears.
This is the cut cast, man.
Yes, it's the cut-off cast right here. We'll start the show by plugging the dates that we have.
We do be having dates, though.
Because we are comedians, pretty successful ones with these dates coming up, might I say. But I actually have a show tomorrow. That show will have already happened by the time this comes out.
So you missed out, folks.
Yeah, you did.
Congratulations. You missed out on a fantastic show.
Yeah.
Wait.
Or a giant bomb.
Ooh, that's right.
We don't know.
We'll edit that in post. If you bomb, we'll take this whole segment out.
You're right. That's right. All right, good call.
They won't know that, though.
They won't know that. That'll be cut. And then you got a show coming up.
I do have a show coming up. I'm going to be at Comedy Boulevard August 11th here in sunny, hot Los Angeles. It's an 8 p.m. show. I guess the flyer's going to be coming out in the next couple of days. So
I hope so.
If you're watching this and you're in the LA area, come out and see me.
That's right. Comedy Boulevard. How much time are you doing?
I'm doing 10 minutes.
Right on.
10 minutes of comedy.
What is it? 10 minutes of comedy. Yeah, dude, that's what he's doing.
That's right. I'll be on stage for 10 whole minutes, folks.
Yes, he will. What will you be doing up there?
Comedy.
Oh, shit. Yeah, dude. 10 minutes of comedy. What's that date again?
August 11th. It's a Friday night. I know you guys aren't doing shit Friday night. So come on out.
Come on out and see him. I'll be there. That's for sure.
Yep. He's my ride.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
He's going to drive me there.
I'm not even going to watch the show. I'm going to be sitting in the car.
That's the thing. He's dropping me off. He has other things to do.
Yeah. I'll be keeping the fucking meter running, you know. I got another show, though. Thursday, July 27th. It's called the Litterbox Comedy Show. But the address is 5235 Melrose Avenue. Show is at 7 p.m. Thursday, July 27th. Litterbox Comedy Show. A lot of good names on this lineup. People who are better than I am. Like you could say, maybe not established comedians, but they're like a couple of the dudes have like opened for Bert Kreischer, I noticed. So they're like at that level, and I'm like a decent open micer. So, and I'll be doing 8 to 10 minutes as well. Also, this podcast has an email if you'd like to email us anything, if you're upset about our cutoffs or
how fucking jacked we are.
Yeah.
I get it. I get how you can be envious.
We get a lot of hate email about like jealous people talking about like you guys are too jacked. It like your muscles are distracting from what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, nobody wants to listen to an hour and a half of two really handsome guys like talk about stuff.
Yeah. And I'm just like, there's nothing that we can do about that.
Yeah, I can't help the fact that I look like a young Brad Pitt.
Yeah,
okay?
pretty much.
Like,
I mean, pretty much, man.
Yeah.
So
spitting image, man.
So, bombingpodcast@gmail.com. That's our email. And we'll check this week's emails at the end of the podcast.
Yeah, and hey, ladies, enough nudes.
Oh,
all right, stop sending us sexy pictures of yourself. All right,
please.
We've had enough.
It's too many.
Yeah,
it's like
our inbox is overflowing.
Yeah.
With just naked pictures of lady fans. That it's enough.
Yeah,
stop it.
Please slow that down. I mean, we're very appreciative, blah blah blah, but like we've had enough.
I can only look at so many pairs of tits in a day.
I know, good ones too.
Yeah.
I mean, good ones too, but.
More questions, less ass. How about that?
Please, and thank you. Is that enough plugs? Do we have enough plugs?
I think that's it.
It feels pretty good to have plugs, though. I mean, we haven't had very many on this podcast. We're just getting to that point in our careers that we have like shows to plug, which is nice.
Yeah, it's nice having dates to promote.
Yeah, and hopefully people come out and watch.
And all those open mics are starting to pay off.
Yes, they are.
Speaking of open mics, we both got up at the Hollywood Improv.
That's
this Tuesday.
That's right.
At their Tuesday afternoon open mic, and the odds of just because we go there every Tuesday, and there's like what 150 people there every week.
Yeah.
On like a really busy week, it's more than that.
It'll fill out the whole Improv, the whole room.
The whole main room will fill out. So the odds of just one of us getting called is insane.
Yeah.
And we both got called. And I want to talk about the lead up to me getting called because I went on third for the night.
That's a rough spot.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
And so on Tuesdays, I get out of work at 5 o'clock, and that's enough time for me to like change and drive down to the Improv and put my name in the bucket and sit down like right as they're starting because they usually start at 5:30. Yeah. And last Tuesday, I got an email that said, "Hey guys, we're actually starting sooner. We're gonna start soon." So I was like super pressed for time, and like in classic universe fashion, I thought I was like I could change a little bit early and like get down there. We got like a last minute order in for work, and so it was like 5:10, and I was in this hot bathroom at work. I already clocked out. I was changing. I was sweating from like that last minute order. Everything was really super hectic.
Dirty body in clean clothes.
Exactly.
The worst.
Yeah, dude, I did that thing. I had to take off my work socks and then put on clean new socks that instantly became dirty. And I get in the car with like the hot AC that doesn't work so well, and I drive down there like park, and you put my name in the bucket, and I get in there and I sit down. I kid you not, right as the host was going on stage, and it was the first time I had sat down in like 3 hours. I sat down and I went, all right, I can kind of relax a little bit, and then they go, all right, coming up. They do the in the hole on deck and coming to the stage. I was in the hole. I was the third guy going up.
Yep.
And then it just hit me like a ton of bricks. I was like, I've been running around forever.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, all right, I guess I'll just go do 3 minutes at the Improv.
Dude, that when that after work when you're just tired and
exhausted,
sweaty, filthy, tired, get on stage and on an important stage and be funny. It's like, but I don't feel funny. It's like it doesn't matter because you're on deck, dude.
Yeah, but fortunately, I knew the 3 minutes I was gonna do. It was jokes I'd done a million times, and so they called the comic up before me, and then I went into the corner by the stairs. I just sat there and I took like 3 really deep breaths, and I was just like, all right, and I turned it on.
Yeah.
And then I went up, and my set went well. That's the other thing.
It was a good set.
It was a really good set, and then I walked off, went and got myself a beer and sat down, and like that was the end of my day.
Yeah.
Like getting on at the Improv was just like another part of my afternoon, and I didn't like get to relax until I got off stage and sat down with the beer.
Yeah, that might have been even better than maybe like the adrenaline of just like working out of work and getting there, and then before you know it, it's like you're up there and it's over, and then you're sitting down and you're like, oh, well, now I don't have to worry about if I'll get called or not. It's already over,
It was such a hectic lead up to it. It almost felt like, I don't know, it was just like a continuation of the day. I was just like on this treadmill, just going and going and going, and then I like got on stage and I got off. And I sat down, and then like 2 other comics went off or went on stage until I was able to like drop my shoulders a bit and go, okay, the day's done. Yeah. This is it.
Yeah, that was a good set too. You took it nice and slow, which was nice. I heard this thing. Who said this? Ron White said it. He said, if you're doing bad on stage, slow down. And if you're doing good on stage, slow down. Which was nice to hear. Yeah,
I had this thing for a while where, especially on like big mics, like at Potluck, at the Comedy Store, or at the Improv, or like even like shows that we do at Haha. Like I would, anytime I get nervous, I'd speed up. I'd try to rattle off the jokes to get them in, and I had to make a conscious effort to like slow that down.
Yeah.
And really pace the wording of what I'm trying to say and leave gaps in between the words. And it was like, for a while there, it was really hard, but I think I have it down now. I've been up on big stages enough now, big open mic stages now, that I think I have that kind of under control.
Yeah. It's a constant. You just have to keep it on your mind. And, I'll catch myself doing it. I'll catch myself going too fast, talking too quickly, and then just start to slow it back down. And it just makes everything. And so many people don't do that. So many people don't talk slowly and concise that when you do it, you're automatically ahead and stand out more. And people pay attention to your shit more when you're doing it slow. 'Cause like I'll get lost, I'll like zone in and out if someone's trying to do some long story that they're talking really quickly, and I just lose interest. So, but if you slow it down, I think people key into that better.
We had a guy do that. We did a mic right before this podcast. There was a guy that went up and did that. He was telling this really long story, but he was like, and like every time he like went to land a punchline, it like my eyes were like glazed over. Like I didn't even know like when to laugh, or like it didn't affect me at all because it was just like word soup the whole time.
Yeah, and they don't even give you a chance to laugh.
Yeah, because as soon as there's like a break for the punchline, they go right back into it. There's no breathing room. It's like a constant onslaught, like attack of just words. There's no breath in it.
You need silence. Like you need like that dude specifically. Every time he'd say a joke, instead of pausing for silence and laughter, he would just go, "I'm telling you, like he'd be like, I was at the thing and then I stubbed my toe. I'm telling you, and then it'd be like you should have been like, I stubbed my toe.
You actually, speaking of silence, you actually gave me an excellent bit of advice about a bit that I've been doing for a while. You told me to like put a pause on the last line of it because you thought that I was stepping on the laughs.
Yeah.
For it. It was the bit about buying a gun, and so I'd end with the punchline, and I would always go right into like another kind of add-on closing punchline.
Yeah, it was like a side tag.
Yeah,
punchline.
but I wouldn't give the room like time to laugh, and so I was like stepping on my own laughs, and it just kind of dissipated into nothing. And I started giving it like a 3-second gap after that. And delivering it right as that kind of started to die down, and then I got like another one. It was like extra credit.
Yep. Yeah, that's good.
It was like scooping up a cheat code afterwards. It changed the whole bit.
Yeah, you got to be okay with just sitting there and it's quiet, and you got to. I think it takes a lot of confidence to be able to do that.
Listen, I've sat there with some quiet before.
Yeah, same.
You gotta tell me about quiet.
I've sat there with quiet. Not that I didn't have control over.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool when you have control over the quietness, and then you have control to ramp it up or slow it down, or it's fun. I'll listen back to old sets, and you just hear all those mistakes you make, and you're just like, fuck. I just noticed something recently that I've been saying too many times, and I never noticed it until just like a few recordings in a row I was listening back to, and I would just be like, I was at the store the other day, and I was in that aisle with the bread, and I was like, I'm saying that like 9 times.
It's filler.
Yeah. I should just shut up. So now I'm walking up on stage being like, remember your jokes. Don't say slow down. Like it's all this fucking crazy shit.
I did that for like a long time. I think it's a nervous thing.
It is.
It's you're especially with new bits, you're not confident, and so you just want to kind of fill the space. You don't want a second of just like crickets at all. So you just fill the in between sentence with hey, this guy knows what I'm talking about, right?
I'm telling you.
Hey.
It's like, no, just say no words. No, less is more, I think.
No, you're absolutely correct. Like, I was going to the coffee shop the other day, or like, I was in the coffee shop the other day.
Yeah.
The more concise version of that works better.
I got some coffee.
I got some coffee the other day.
Or I got a black coffee. That's the school of Mike Sasson. More specific.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I got a black coffee. I got a black coffee at Starbucks. Very specific.
Like you break it down further?
I was eating pancakes at Denny's.
Yep.
And blah, 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 joke.
Man, I was waiting at the airport the other day. Versus like, I was waiting for my Delta flight to come in.
Yeah.
I was at LAX waiting for my Southwest flight to get here.
Man, I was stuck at Terminal 3 at LAX. Something.
That's an old Mike Sasson trick.
Yeah.
That he showed us.
Yeah, very specific. I got up at the Improv as well.
You did, yes.
I had a really good set too.
Yeah, you
did. The music was playing though, in the background,
Yeah.
and it was faint. It wasn't loud, but it was just enough to where everyone noticed it, and I didn't address it.
But it was slightly annoying. It definitely distracted from... It was one of those things everyone knew was happening, but nobody said anything.
Yeah, but I did really good still, and it was bugging me the whole time. But I was just like, well, I'm just gonna do my jokes as well as I can, and I got a big laugh on the two-way mirrors joke, but like the end of that, where I was like, line the walls with medieval paintings and cut the eye holes out. That got a big laugh. That made me like laugh a little bit, and yeah, the music. I started my first joke, and I was like, well, surely they'll cut off the music, and then I finished the first joke, and it still hadn't. But I didn't have that much time up there, so I didn't want to fuck up the rhythm of the shit, so I just let it. I just fucking dealt with it.
Also, they only give you 3 minutes, and you had timed out your whole set to be exactly 3 minutes.
It was 3 minutes
on the line. So if you threw in a jab about the music, it would have thrown off you wouldn't even been able to like deliver that last punchline. They would have played you off.
Yep, and but yeah, it was good, man. And what was cool though is it's all comics in the room. It's all comics, and you know, how many? 150 of them comics, and you know a lot of them because you see them at different mics and stuff. And you know, you'll see people that are funnier than you are. Some people you look up to, and some people you haven't seen in a long time, and they go, "Oh, I haven't seen. Let's see what this guy is about to do." And when it goes good, like our sets, that was just a great feeling. Because then I went to Badger and Jam after that, and some of those dudes were there, and they were all like, fucking good set, man. And I was like, thanks, I felt good.
Yeah, there's nothing better than getting props from your peers.
Yeah.
Because then you know it's real. When I was up there, I was just like scanning around the crowd, and I saw Justin Close, and I was like, oh, Justin's here. And but my set was going well, so I was like, this is good. This is all. I'm glad he's here. That's great.
I'm glad Justin Close will witness a good set of
mine. If I was bombing, I'd be like, no, damn.
Oh no,
no, dead darn it.
Justin Close is hilarious.
Yeah, he's real good.
That's a good mic, the Improv open mic. I think the Improv is a better open mic.
Oh, it totally is.
Yeah. But I think you got a better chance at getting into the Laugh Factory. Just because no one fucking goes there. And the people who do it's
well, that's
shitty.
not necessarily true. Like homeless people go there.
Yeah. I went to a mic there once, and there was a homeless lady.
Yeah, like vagrants, they go there.
Yeah.
Like next to the comics, they wait in line.
Yeah. And their open mics, they don't have a lot of people there either, where the Improv packs out. So my thinking was, if you just go where everyone else isn't going, everyone's going to the Improv, okay, I'll go to the Laugh Factory. And I did a few times. One time of which I did really good. I had a great set.
I was there that time. You crushed.
Yeah.
I can validate that story.
One of my best sets, I think, actually. And it was only 2 minutes or 3 minutes. And I followed all the rules. I didn't curse. And I didn't get the call back. And I was like, okay, well, if that didn't do it, then I got a better. I'll just go to the Improv, and then I've gotten more. You'll get more opportunities for the Improv.
You gave it your best shot, and nothing happened.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I'm not going to go into like details, but like another guy that did well, but like they set all these rules like no cursing and don't run the light. This other comic that broke both of those vagrantly
got the call back. So
it's like, well, what am I fucking doing here then?
Yeah.
You said all these parameters. I followed them. I went up clean. I didn't run the light.
Clean too. Yeah, clean.
Yeah, I went up clean. Didn't run the lights.
Did good.
Arguably the best set of the night.
Yeah.
Second to that guy that cursed and ran the light.
Yeah.
Didn't get the call back.
And it's like,
so it's like, so why are the rules there anyway? Like,
I thought there was rules here.
Yeah.
So I'll just go to the Improv where there are no rules and fucking be funnier.
Yeah.
You know. I'll just do my jokes without your weird restraints that I guess don't matter.
Yeah, dude. Like just being there, that like left a bad taste. I didn't even go up that night. I didn't get called. That like left a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
Just watching that happen.
And it feels so bad when you, because they're at the same time. So you have to pick one. You have to go, okay, which one am I going to pick? And when you do pick the Laugh Factory and you don't get called, you're like, I fucking could have been at the Improv. Fuck. And had a better chance of getting called. Better opportunities. But also though, if a goal is getting into a club, I think the Factory is the easiest to get into.
I've been feeling great on stage lately, man.
Me as well.
I've been feeling like more loose than I ever have since I started stand-up. In preparation for the show I have next month, I've been doing a lot of like tried and true bits. I'm going on stage without notes for the first time ever, where it's like I got a full just 5 in the back of my head. I've been like riffing a lot. I'm like, this is the most loose I've felt doing stand up, and it feels good. I feel like I'm in a neat little pocket here.
What do you think changed?
I just think just doing it a lot.
Yeah.
I think just the repetition of the jokes and just getting so familiar with them. Cuz like, you remember when you first started out and you were like, what if I forget this part of the joke, and you'd have to write. I would literally fill out a full page of notes, and I would write like every single word of the joke, so if I got lost, I could like glance over and see where I was at. And then that evolved into just writing like a sentence, and then that I can just write like presidents, and then that I know that whole bit.
Yeah.
And so I think that it's like the next little step after that is I can go on stage and do like a tight 8 minutes just off the top of my head, no notes. It's like the next little step. It doesn't seem like a lot of progress, but all those little steps put together lead to, I can just go up there, plug in 5 minutes and get off and be fine.
Yeah, and that's when you're working towards a show set, like a real show. You don't bring notes up on a show set.
Yeah,
we've never done that.
Nuh-uh.
And at first the first few shows we did, like, it felt a little weird because every open mic we bring our notes up, but getting more comfortable with not needing them is important.
And every show that I did, like before this, I put a lot of effort into, like, I would sit down for like an hour and read through the jokes and blatantly memorize them, and it was like there was effort there, so that I could go on stage with no notes. And now it's just it's like effortless, especially with the bits I'm doing for the upcoming show. It's just, I don't know, it's this cool next tiny minute step towards like something better that I'm feeling really good about, because I feel so loose up there, like looser than I've ever felt.
Yeah, it's
a great feel. I really feel like I've kind of broken through a little bit of a barrier.
Good.
And I'm like having fun up there again.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's it's going well.
That's good, man. Yeah, stand-up's good right now, man.
Things are good.
Things are pretty good.
Things are looking up.
Yeah, they really are. I have this show tomorrow night. That will have already happened by the time this comes out. But I've been getting a set together, and that has helped my stand-up so much, because I haven't had a show in a year. So I was just doing open mics for no reason, and I would have jokes that got really good but I had nowhere to put them. There was no use for them anywhere. So I just kind of shelved them and then worked on my new shit and then forgot about them or something. But when it was like, hey, you have a show in 4 weeks, it was like, oh, okay, let's fucking, what do we got? What are we working with? And then, I had a big problem with doing jokes more than 4 times because I got sick of them,
No one gets sick of your own jokes like you do.
Yeah.
Dude. I'll hear you do like killer bits, like 3 weeks in a row, 5 mics a week, and then you go, it's fucking nothing.
Yeah.
And you just ditch them.
Well, dude,
and you're like, in the trash.
Yeah.
This joke sucks.
I think it's because the most fun I have doing a joke is the figuring it out. Once it's done, I lose interest. It's the figuring it out that's fun. Like with anything I do, it's not. I don't want the thing. I want to figure out the thing, and I want to fucking have to go Like if I want a fucking, like I like hats, but they don't make a hat that I like, So what do I got? I gotta find a nice hat. Okay, let's look up some hats. So I gotta do all this research on hats, and then okay, now here's the perfect hat. But they don't make this hat with a patch that I like. So now I gotta find a patch, and then one guy has one on eBay in fucking Australia. I'll ship it this way. And then I get the shit and I sew it on, and then it's like, look, I got the hat. And then it's just like whatever. I like fucking making the shit. And with a joke, it's like, I don't know, it's fun. And then when it's done, I'm like, I want to go back to a different joke and fucking figure that one out, I think.
Anytime I go into like kind of a period like that of like writer's block or whatever, I like looking at what I have and seeing if I can combine stuff. Because I realized recently I came up with 3 separate bits about like growing up in the South versus like living out in LA. And they're all different points, but now I can string them along into this one long bit that has like a through line instead of just going like, fucking planes are weird, right? And then jump into like I bought a gun, like that instead of just going sporadically all over the place, I can have a through line with like one connecting thread that runs across what used to be 3 different bits, and it turns into this one long chunk. Yeah. And I'd never been able to do that before. But part of that's just because like you have to write new material long enough to where you have something to pick from. Yep.
Sometimes you'll have a joke that you forgot about, and then months will go by and you'll have this new premise that old joke perfectly fits into somehow.
The closer I used tonight, I wrote like going to Third Coast back in Nashville, and it was the same thing. I was just like, I've done this a billion times, fuck it. But I needed one more piece to that whole like growing up in the South LA chunk, and I was like, I brought that one back. I was like, oh, that fits perfect, right as a neat little bow tie to the end of that kind of theme.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's just nuts.
It's crazy how that shit works, man. We just celebrated the 4th of July.
We did.
We made drinks and went up on the roof and watched fireworks.
If you've never like lived in LA, the Los Angeles 4th of July experience is really unique because this is like our 3rd one now. And it all goes the same way. All day, all over like the local news, like like KTLA, all that, they all go, guys, fireworks are illegal. You shouldn't do that. And everyone goes, all right. Okay. And like the fire chief has to go on like in full fire gear. Like he's not fighting a fire, but he's on the news in his firefighter suit or whatever. And he goes, guys, don't do fireworks. They'll start fires. And everyone goes, all right. And then as soon as the sun goes down all across the city, you just hear, they just go off. It's like Armageddon. It's awesome.
It's great in LA too because you can just get up wherever you are. You just get on the roof of your building, and it's just 360. Yeah. 360 everywhere you look is just fireworks going off. And this year particularly, our block was hot.
Yeah, we had a hot block.
The block was hot.
The block was hot. Yeah.
Like everyone gathered in front of our building and we're shooting them right. Like they were popping right in front of us. It was great.
Also, we're in Hollywood, so we're like snugged right up against like the Hollywood Hills. And so we get a great view from the top of our apartment of like all the rest of the LA basin and downtown. And so it's just this awesome 360 view of fireworks going off. Yeah. And the best part is they like every year some newscaster has to fly in a helicopter and like film it and go, oh, I can't believe these people are putting up all these fireworks. It's like, how many years in a row are you going to do this until you just drop the act? It's like,
guys, you're not going to get rid of 4th of July. 4th of July is happening.
We even had a cop pull up on the guys that were, like when our block was hot.
Our block was very hot.
The cop pulled up and just went like, how many you got left? And the guy was like, it was like 20, 15 minutes. And I was like, all right. And then like left.
Wrap it up, fellas.
Yeah, exactly. You just gave him like a little one of these.
Yeah. Because you can stop.
Yeah, what are you going to arrest the guy for fireworks? Nah.
You're going to stop L.A.? You're not going to stop Los Angeles, dude.
Just be glad that they're happy exploding things instead of angry exploding things.
Yeah. There's been many angry explosions here in this city.
Mm-hmm.
I turned the air off and I literally just got hot in 2 seconds. Why is it hot in here and it's fucking chilly outside though?
I don't know, I blame George Soros. I think the globalists are keeping our apartments hot for no reason.
You think so?
Yeah.
I blame Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah?
No, I don't know.
Why is that?
That's just a funny name to say.
What do you think about Rush Limbaugh, Ryan?
I don't have that many opinions on him. I remember like Dad would play him on the radio when I was a child. So I like his voice. He's got a great voice.
Had.
Oh yeah, had a great voice.
Yeah, it was raspy because of all the cigars.
Yeah. I liked to hear him talk. I remember I liked hearing him talk, but I didn't know what he was talking about. He was talking about like taxes and shit. And I was a child, you know. And I was like, I don't know what this dude's saying, but I like how he's saying it, you know. And he was very, I don't know. I don't know, and I don't even know anything about him really.
I just remember a bunch of Obama and the Democrats.
Yeah.
Want you to believe, and it was in this booming like radio perfect voice.
Yeah, he had a great voice, and that's all I really remember.
Do you remember Glenn Beck?
Yeah, I remember Glenn Beck. Yeah.
Dad listened to a lot of Glenn Beck when we were kids.
Yeah.
And it was the same thing. It was like Obama and the Democrats.
I liked the calling segments where people would call in and try to argue with Glenn Beck or with Rush Limbaugh, and he would just be like, he would just own them a lot of the times, and I was just like, what? These people are just arguing and he's getting paid. It was nuts.
Who has the time to call into a radio show too?
Yeah.
Who's sitting there so mad at what like Rush Limbaugh is saying that goes, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind.
You listen here, Rush. And then I don't remember. I don't know if this is either of those guys, but I also remember who was the dude who went that you called in and you yelled, "I'm debt free."
That's Dave Ramsey. Yeah,
I remember hearing a lot of that many times.
Listen, you don't want to get into credit card debt. And then someone would call in and go, thank God, Dave, I listened to all your advice, and now I'm debt free.
I remember hearing that many times.
Or they call in and they go like, "This is the sound of me." But I don't know why they're all Southern, but
they were.
They were there, and they like send the sound of them cutting their credit cards up.
Mm-hmm. And then he'd go, "All right, go ahead and say it," and they'd yell, "I'm debt free."
Listen, you're gonna want to get yourself a 30-year fixed rate mortgage, all right? Don't get caught up in all that 25% APR credit card debt.
Yeah. I want to call that show one day and just yell. Is he alive?
I think he's still doing it. Limbaugh's dead. He's definitely dead.
That stinks. Beck's alive though.
Yeah, I think he's doing something on YouTube. I don't know. I don't really follow him.
Me neither. But
you know what another one was that Dad loved? Do you remember the Click and Clack Brothers?
No.
That was a radio show where people would call in and go, "Hey, my car is doing like a thing." And then these two brothers would,
I do remember that. I do remember that.
And they go, "Oh, well, your car should be doing like a da 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 thing."
Yeah, they were fucking with him, right?
No. It was real. They would people would call in with car problems, and then there was a segment of their show, and then they would diagnose it on the air and tell them how to fix it. And then and then they would like talk cars. They would bring up like car articles.
That's right. I do remember that. That was a good one.
Mm-hmm. Oppenheimer looks fucking dope, though.
It does look good.
That looks really cool. Also, the plane that dropped the first atomic bomb,
the Enola Gay,
being called the Enola Gay.
But that wasn't bad then.
I get it, but it's like
they should change it.
They should. Look, you can't have it. You can't have it be called the Enola Gay.
No, that's because that's gay, man.
Yeah,
that's pretty gay.
They should have called it the Enola LGBTQ+.
Yeah, they should have. They should have, dude. Because back then that was a cool name.
Yeah.
Hey guys, how about the Enola Gay?
Oh, I'm gay for Enola.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds great. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, I don't know. It didn't mean that back then, right?
No, I just meant like I'm having a gay day. It's hey Skippy, it's a nice day around here.
Yeah, now it's just... Now it means, like, you suck cocks, you know? And that's not... Now I don't want to think about cocks when I look at the Enola Gay, which is a beautiful airplane.
We actually saw the Enola Gay.
Yeah, we did.
We saw the real one.
Yeah.
At the Air and Space Museum in D.C.
Great museum.
Awesome museum.
Been there a few times. Seen that blackbird there, too.
Mm-hmm. We've actually seen, in a weird, like, life... like achievement thing. We've seen 3 of the, I think 5 operational space shuttles.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
In 3 different cities.
Endeavor,
Enterprise,
Discovery,
and I think and Discovery. Yeah.
And Challenger. Oh wait, no, we didn't see Challenger. No, it blew up in the air. No, we couldn't. We didn't get to see that one.
No, we didn't. I got to see.
Just wait, Discovery blew up too, right? On.
No, it was Columbia.
Columbia. That
Yeah, I remember they you remember those big TVs, like the big back TVs on the stands that they had in school.
Mm-hmm.
They wheeled one of those in for the space shuttle like landing, and then like I didn't know what was going on. I was like, this is like 2003 or 4 or something, so I was like in school, but I just remember them like the teachers all coming together and pushing the TV out, and I was like, oh, that's probably not good.
Ooh, they probably did.
Because that one burnt, because they were like, they wanted to show us the landing of the space shuttle, and then it, did that. And they were like, oh, kids, no, darn it.
Which I don't get. Like, let me see it. Like, I get it was bad, but, like, let me fucking see it, I'll learn it. I'll figure it out. It's not like you're hiding it from me,
Yeah, also, I'm going to be fucking 28 later. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm going to figure it out.
Uh-huh.
You think you think you scooting that TV out is gonna block that from my memory forever?
Yeah.
You think I'm not gonna go on YouTube and go space shuttle crash compilation and not see that?
Yeah. What a horrible compilation video.
I thought about doing like a news segment.
Let's do it. Let's hear it.
Well, we'd have to it'd have to be right before, if you have anything before email, because we have to bring the laptop out here. You got anything else?
No, I think I'm out of things.
All right, guys, we're going to try a news segment. It's called the news segment.
Welcome to the news.
Yeah, we're going to check in on the news and see if there's anything silly happening in the world and maybe make some jokes. We'll see how that goes.
All right. Let's see here. You want to read, like, today's obituary?
Yeah, let's do that. Google today's obituary. Let's read random obituaries. Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right.
Once a week, we just read one random obituary. All right.
Hold on. Oh, no, we can't read. We can't read a lady's fucking life, dude. Oh, we can't say her name, can we?
No, we can't.
Well, then that's the whole joke. Oh, I see the picture and I feel bad.
Yeah, see, seeing the picture is weird.
I thought this sounded funnier in my head.
Yeah, now it's just kind of sad.
Because then we'd have to say their name and fucking read their obit.
Devoted and beloved father.
Okay, guys, we decided to not read people's obituaries because it got pretty sad.
We went through 3 of them and got depressed.
But letting you know, it was very funny.
Yeah.
It was so funny that it had to be shut down. All right, let's see what's in the news here. Hold on. The Rolling Stone article says Tommy Tuberville.
That's not a real name.
Begrudgingly.
Begrudgingly. You're reading the word begrudgingly, Ryan. Oh my god.
I thought that was his last name.
You thought that was part of his name? No, that's just the word begrudgingly.
That explains why I was so confused. Yo, no word should have 3 G's in them. Dude, that word is pushing 3 G's, man.
Yeah.
That word's about to pass out, bro.
That's one too many G's, dude.
That's too many G's, dude. Oh my god.
Okay,
hold on. Let me reread.
Do you want to try that one more time?
Let me reread that. Okay, that makes so much more sense now, bro. Okay, let me see. Let me try this again. Tommy Tuberville begrudgingly admits white nationalists are racist. Well, I don't know who this guy is, but fuck this guy. Making me fuck up a word. Look like an idiot. Alright, moving on. Begrugen. I can't wait to listen back to that. I fucked that up so bad.
Begrugen. He said it like a last name.
Yeah, dude. I fucked that up so bad. Holy shit. That was funny. Alright.
Alright, I think this news segment's done. Let's just do email.
Alright. Hold on, I see a little bear here. Big Bear Hank the Tank breaks into dozens of Lake Tahoe homes. What are you doing, Hank? What are you doing, Hank?
Hey, Hank.
Why are you breaking into homes?
Hank the Tank, chill out, dude.
Yeah, dude. Come on, man. You need to chill out. You need to stop breaking into homes. We call you Hank the Tank for a reason, bro. Oh, man. Everybody knows you out on Lake Tahoe, dude. Stop breaking into homes. Dude, nothing in there is for you, man.
You know what's happening right now? This is you tomorrow editing. Hold on. I'm talking to future Ryan. You're watching this right now and going, what the fuck is happening? You're going, why the fuck did we do the news? Why is this? Why do I have to cut all this out right now?
Wait, hold on. The plot thickens on Hank the Tank. Hank the Tank turns out to be 3 bears ransacking Lake Tahoe homes. What are you doing, Hank? What are you doing?
A gang of 3 bears.
Oh, it's Hank the Tank and his fucking friends. Hey,
Hank the Tank is actually a 3-bear battalion. DNA evidence shows that the bear is, in fact, at least 3 beasts who haven't damaged Lake Tahoe properties.
hey, guys, fellas. Listen, leave those homes alone, all right?
Hey, look, hey. You think one of them was like, this porridge is too hot?
They've got it.
And the second one was like, this porridge is too cold.
Yeah. And then Hank was like, this porridge is just right.
He's just right.
Oh, that's classic Hank the Tank, man. All right, that's it for the news segment of the...
That's all cut.
No, Hank's going in, dog.
It is?
Hank is in there.
I think that's a podcast.
I think that's the podcast as well. I have some dates to plug before we get out of here. Thursday, July 27th. That's in 2 weeks. I got a show at Litterbox Comedy Show. Go to my Instagram at Ryan Jennings, and you'll see the banners for the show. Thursday, July 27th, Litterbox Comedy Show on Melrose, 7 p.m. The address is 5235 Melrose Avenue. I'll be doing 10 minutes. That's a really good show. There's a lot of good people on there. Most of them are better than I am, so that's going to be... If you want to see me really fucking try to show up, that's going to be the show to come to. And then August 18th, I'm at Comedy Boulevard. I'll be doing 10 minutes there as well on, what street is that on?
It's Beverly and Fairfax.
That's correct.
The intersection of Beverly and Fairfax.
And then I got this show tomorrow night, so wish me luck on that. And that's all my dates.
Yeah, good luck tomorrow.
Thank you, brother.
I also have a date to plug. I will also be at Comedy Boulevard August 11th, Beverly and Fairfax, 8 p.m. I'll be doing 10 minutes of really funny comedy, or maybe not unless I bomb. I don't know. You're just going to have to come and see.
That's right, folks. That's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. That's episode 76. See you guys next week. Good night.